Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Bud Light, the Michael Jordan of marketing F-ups. Bud Light, the Tom Brady of marketing screw-ups. Bud Light, the Wayne Gretzky of marketing disasters. Bud Light, the Pele of marketing stupidity. Oh man, did I cover that? Who's a good rugby player? I don't follow rugby. I figured I've missed rugby. Let's see. Bud Bud Light, the New York Yankees of marketing mishaps. There we go. I think I've covered mostly everything. But yeah, I have to bring that up because it's a talk of the town. Let's be honest here. Not that I particularly care. I don't drink that sewer water anyway. I personally prefer IPAs and whiskey, but okay, whatever, to each their own. But I have to bring up this because someone asked me on IG, they hit me up in the DMs and they were like, hey, do you think that we as the collecting community can ever boycott Hasbro to a point to where they would be willing to change their practices? To which I replied, no. No. Even at an unorganized grassroots level, we could never, ever achieve what the piss water drinking crowd of Bud Light drinkers did to Anheuser-Busch. Not even close. And there's a few reasons why. And so I wanted to bring up an article that I found. This article is actually from ABC News, so it has that mainstream media spice on it. You know, it's 99.9% trash. But in between there, in between the trash, you can find one or two points that are actually decent and not run through a corporate filter to not as to offend people and try to downplay it so that the special interest and their advertisers can be satiated and happy at their job and they get the pat on the head saying good boy. No. This article actually had like a couple of really good golden nuggets that actually form my opinion on why a boycott of Hasbro would never either get off the ground or even work. Now, mind you, this is from April, and this article has not aged well, but it does have, like I said, a few good golden nuggets. So the first thing it talks about is why most boycotts fail. And it says, quote, campaigns rarely succeed in hurting a company's sales or influencing its decision making, experts told ABC News, adding that they expect the calls to boycott Bud Light to ultimately fade away with little consequence for the brand's parent company, Anheuser-Busch InBev. They fail because you need people to have a sustained and coordinated response. Most people fall back on what is convenient and inexpensive. And that's where we jump in, folks. Because if anything, we know the people that they're talking about when they talk about this. We talk about them all the time on this channel, and many other people talk about it on their channels. The bros, the Hasbros. You know the bros spend Friday nights on a date with their right hand. You know the bros spend Saturday night with their left hand so their right hand get jealous. You know the bros You know the bros. Sitting there using both hands on a Sunday just so they could say they had a threesome. You know the bros. The bros are the problem, because the bros will buy anything that is put out from any of the brands that Hasbro makes, no matter what, at any time, at any price. These are literally the people that when there's a price hike, they literally go on YouTube or social media, any other social media, and say, oh, Daddy Hasbro, charge me harder, baby, charge me harder. You know the bros. That's the reason why a boycott wouldn't work as a grand scheme, as a grand thing. That's why a boycott would not work. Now, silver lining to that, because your boy DrunkenPrime doesn't want to always be negative about stuff, silver lining to that, you don't really need the bros. Let's say in the collecting community, people that collect Marvel Legends, that collect G.I. Joe, collect Transformers, guilty as charged right here, G.I. Joe and Transformers, guilty as charged. You don't really need the bros. You just need 25% of people to just say peace. Don't believe me? Look at Wizards of the Coast. They lost a solid 20% of their business, and Hasbro's suffering. Their stock price dropped. Their projections, everything about them financially is starting to tip the wrong way, simply because they made so much money on Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering. So it does work. It can work if you just get enough of a minority to walk away. Problem is, they have the properties that many of us love. A lot of people love Marvel Legends. Once again, guilty as charged. I love G.I. Joe. I love Transformers, especially Transformers. Oh God, Transformers, man, they got me with that. So it's harder to walk away. Now, the article does concede that part, because it's like I said, in some cases, however, boycotts succeed because advocates remain focused for a prolonged period and a target proves sensitive to pressure. And this is, once again, silver lining, because if you think about it, we've already done this on several different occasions. Look at the HasLabs. Look at the Star Wars HasLabs. Those seem to be the biggest victims as of late. But look at the Rancor. Look at the lightsaber, that like $500 lightsaber thing, Reva lightsaber. Look at the Engine of Vengeance. Look at the things that we don't fund that fail. So we do send a message to them. We have the ability to do that in the short term. Long term, I don't know. Are you willing to go a year without buying a classified figure? Well, you can, because there's alternatives. You can go Valorverse. There's alternatives. You can go, what was it, Joy Toys? I forgot what it's called. They have the Warhammer. You can go that route. You can go a different route. Transformers, there's a lot of options in like third-party Transformers. Oh, there's a lot of options. So you can go that route. But understand, very important, if Hasbro and Takara, they're not stupid. They will notice if 25% of the Transformer sales that they were getting are suddenly going to Fans Toys and X-Transbots and etc. They'll notice a difference, and that's when they'll start turning into Disney and going after them hard. You don't believe me? Ask Wei Zhang. There's a company, Wei Zhang, got shut down by Disney. Not because they didn't get shut down for making Transformers. No. It was when they decided to make a KO of Iron Man that Disney was like, nah, we're good. Shut them down. And that's exactly what they did. So, like, if Hasbro notices that kind of difference, they're coming after them hard. Trust and believe. Right now we're skating on thin ice. But as soon as Hasbro feels that they're coming, they're gonna pull you down under that ice. Trust me, they're not that stupid. But third-party companies, smaller companies, are on the rise. They really are, and I think they're gonna start G-checking Hasbro, and they're gonna give you enough options that you can look at alternatives. Like, say what you want about Valorverse. I think Valorverse is going to be on the come up soon. Like, within the next 3 to 5 years, Valorverse is going to be the location for Army style figure collectors. I think Jada Toys with their Street Fighter line is like, they're on the come up, man. They're on the come up. If they continue that line, I mean, I'm supporting that line. If they keep that line up, man, it's going to be something special. There's a lot of different alternatives out there, and so I think a boycott can sustain so long as you're willing to look at alternatives. We can win based on looking at alternatives. Will we win? Nah, I don't think so. Hopefully, this video ages very, very poorly down the road, like, a year from now, and everybody's like, we've had enough of their trash, and we decided to just boycott. Something happens, something sparks the fire, and we decide to boycott as a collective, individually, or whatever. But there are options out there. You don't have to go high end, and that's the thing. And I think that's the big difference, because I think the alternatives were always high end. Your alternatives were SH Figure Arts, Figma. Your alternatives were like, Storm Collectibles, etc., etc. You don't have to go that route. There are more cost-effective options on the come up. Good quality figures. So, I mean, hey, I don't know. Could we boycott? Sure. Will it sustain? Hell no. And that's been my thesis for the longest. I think the next HasLab, I think, will dictate a lot. The next few HasLabs, I think, will dictate a lot. So if they end up trying to do something like a Giant Man or something like that, that's 23 inches, but it's $350, $400, I'm like, I got a special something for that. If they try to pull that trash out, I got a special video in mind for that. I don't know what they're gonna do for Marvel Legends, but if they try to do something like that, I got if they do a Fing Fang Foom, yeah, okay, I hear you on that. But if they try to do some trash like a Giant Man, Transformers, I don't know what they're gonna do. If they're gonna try to pull some other nonsense out their backside, I don't know what they're gonna pull, especially after that Star Saber, like Victory Saber disaster. I want to make a special video about how I've noticed the eBay market on that going, but but yeah, I want to see what the G.I. Joe HasLab is, because once again, I think the HasLabs will dictate the market. If they come out with trash HasLabs, I think the people will revolt, and they're gonna have a few problems. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think a boycott would work. Let me know if you think that a boycott should happen. Do you think it would ever happen? Do you even care? Are you just gonna buy blindly? Are you a bro and you're insulted that I just insulted you? Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the community tab. That's where I post any pre-orders, any deals on figures, or any restocks that I come across, including Jada Toys actually with their Chun-Li, which is funny that I'm talking about that. I'll also link that in the description. Also in the description is my Amazon affiliate link. It's pretty awesome. All you have to do is, if you need to buy anything from Amazon, just click on the link and buy away, and Amazon will pay me a small commission for anything that you buy, and it's greatly appreciated, and it's a great way to support the channel. Yeah, and with that, be safe, be good, and this is the Drunken Prime, cracking open another beer and signing off.